Greetings all, I want to review on the episode from The Lion Guard. Yes, we all know the episodes, but the episode I just watched kinda scared me. Yet, surprisingly brave to watch it. If you don't know the episode I'm talking about, then here it is. The Lion Guard, the Lion of the Outlands. As you know, in that episode, we finally get to see, well, Kovu, Zira, Nuka, and Vakani. And we haven't seen those four since the second. I know that in the fact when I was researching the series when it first came out, the rumor had it that those guys would show up. And apparently they did. But they're only showing at the season only showing season one. And in the end, I just saw a lot of crazy stuff. Raven and I were watching it. Yeah. And well, the episodes start up like this. Keon and Bonga were playing a game until their friend, their hyena, I can't remember her name, sorry about that, were like, well, wanting help because she said that there were these lions in the Outlands took in her water hole and they needed it. So Keon was convinced that maybe he could talk to them, but unfortunately, that I don't think it's gonna work. I'm only gonna talk about like the characters we know, like from the movie, because well, I don't know all the hyenas' names because well, I've only watched it because well, I am a fan of the Lion King movies, except the third one. The third one is just lame. Anyway, as what I was saying, the episode showed a lot of courage bringing them back, bringing the sick mother, Sira, the lioness whose mother, Kovu, Nuka, Vitari, and leader of the Outsiders. She's loyal follower, close ally, Scar. After failing to take over following Scar's death, Sira and those invaders were banished to their absolute. Oh, banished the Outlands. And then there's her cub, her son, Kovu, who was chosen to take care of Scar. Ziri's younger son, Kiara's friend, future mate, Simba's son-in-law, future at least, Kovu's brother-in-law, Khan's, and young brother, Nuka's sister, previously voiced them. And there's Nuka, who is I never liked him. He was just annoying. And then Vitara, kind of an interesting girl. I know, all of you are thinking about shipping her with Keon. Don't. Please, don't. I kind of see her in the hyena. Don't! I said I wouldn't do shipping them. Okay, back to the story. As we know in the episode, Keon gets attacked by Nuka and Kovu, and as they met them, they found out that Keon is the son of Simba, and which got interested in them, and Kovu wanted him to come back to the Outlands so that she could be with Keon, could be with Kiara. And as you know in the second movie, they were like, when they got older at least. Anyway, but then Nuka was very, well, hear about Simba, and they brung him and the hyena friend with them. Yasiri, I think. Her name is Yasiri? If I'm reading it, sorry. I can't read words like that on African, but I think it's, yeah, Yusira. Yeah, her name is Yusia. But then Zira was very impressed to know that the son of her enemy came. She thought that maybe she could gain his trust by using the knowledge she has obtained from Scar when he was alive, or he was by the hyenas. Well, by those three idiots. I wonder when they're gonna show up. So she showed a little bit intelligence and by tactics and all to all about the Lion God can control the clouds, and he was surprised. So they had a chat, and then things started to get a little dark. The sun was getting really dark, and I was getting really scared. I was shivering really hard. I was really scared. I was almost wetting my pants. Yeah, just kidding. But it did scare me a bit because, well, I was 8 years old at the time when I first saw Zira in the Simba's Pride, and she scared me. And when I heard her singing, oh, She's scared of living daylights. And unfortunately, Lois Leachman isn't the voice of Sarah in the series. However, in the series, it's Nika. Yeah, Fatherman. I can't say it right. Fatherman. That's all I got. Anyway, she sings really strong. It's remnants of the song mixed with her mother's song from the Simba's Pride and a bit of Scar in it from the Lion King movie. And with a mix of it, Keon sings too about you can't evil never wins, and in the end, they come to the conclusion that Keon does not want to join her side, and she tries to get him into her side, but nope, Keon's strong through and through, and well, so she left him with other lionesses to stay, bring her children there, and she scared off the hyena Yusai, saying that he'll be joining our side, so leave, if you know what I mean. So she ran out, but then meanwhile, Rafiki told her the story, told them all the story of how Sarah and the clan were removed. They were loyal to Scar, and they tried to win against Simba, but unfortunately Simba banished them, all of them. But then, Kovu shouldn't have stayed with them. I mean, he's a good kid. And then they all came to save Simba, and in the end, Kira was surprised, but there was one thing that I missed. Keon was afraid to roar at the lions because they're lions, and if he roared, he would lose his roar, like his uncle did. But one thing remains. When the lion guards came, Keon thought they were going to be 4 lions, but nope, it's just 1 lion with a hippo, a bird, a honey badger, and a cheetah. But in the end, Banga told him, no, it's because he was evil. He roared because he was evil, so he was able to roar against Sarah in a group. But the only one who wasn't roared away was Kovu. So what do you think I'm thinking? Even from a young cub, Kovu is a good boy. And even after they were flying to the termite mountain, he ran after them like a good boy. I can say, even from a young perspective, Kovu is a good guy. And the voice actor who plays him, oh my god, was the same voice actor from Simba's Pride. The only one who actually came back to voice the characters for the episode was let me see. Only Jason Manson. Marston. Yeah, Marston. Yeah. Jason Marston was the only one who voiced Kovu in this episode. And the others? Oh, yes. Of course. I'm reading it wrong. Nuka's voice actor did reprise his role from Simba Pride, and Vitani, same thing. Reba reprised her role as from Simba's Pride. So yeah, the 3 did end up getting a voice prize except Zira, Nika Fodman. I found Nika action in this episode was, well, perfect. She's exactly the same like Zira. I mean, oh my god, when I first heard her voice, it scared the living daylights. I was hugging my doll all through the episode. The episode was like, oh my lord. And I didn't watch the part about his friends, but the only part I did watch was when Rafiki told the story of how Scars had loyalty, had Zira's family. I hope to see more because, as they said there's going to be a second season to this, and I'm hoping to see more. I'm hoping to see that maybe there'll be more development for, like, I don't know, for Kovu to start being friends with him, and maybe he'll be able to be with Kiana. I mean, when I first saw the episode, the beginning of it, it sounded like he really missed Kiana, and who wouldn't blame him? Kiana's a good girl. And plus, they will eventually get married. And who knows? Maybe this show will be like Kiana growing up and Kira growing up, and maybe the series will make them be like teenagers in a couple of seasons, and then as they got to teenagers, maybe the story will go from the movie when Kovu wants to save Kiara from the fire, and Kiana will be like, baby, a little brother being protective of his sister or something. But that's just an idea for maybe that. Anyway, what did I think about the episode? Well, I've decided to create my own ratings for this. I'm not very good at animating, so all I'm going to say is it deserves a big red rose. Yeah, it deserves a rose. Yeah, I'll be using the big red rose for my animation. It deserves a big red beautiful rose. Or two, as you can see the little rose in there. Now the characters. Oh, where do I start? Keon is very much like his father, but has a bit more judgmental. He isn't afraid to meet other lionesses, and isn't afraid to be friends with Isia. And I like very much. He has a bit of combination of his mother and father, but with a little bit of judgment. We didn't get to see Kiara, but we did mention him. With Fiki, voice acting is, well, he may not be the original actor, but I got to check a minute for that. Let me see. Ah, yes. Kari Payton is the voice of Rafiki. And I don't know him. Anyway, I wish, though, if we got more development from Kovu, though. We know that Nuka is kind of like a whiny, spoiled brat because he wants to prove to his mom that he can do it. And Vitari is the standard mean girl, mean lion. And Kovu, well, as you know, Kovu is one of my favorites. Plus, he's the prince. I mean, seriously. They say that at the end of the movie of Simba's Pride, they said that's, well, if Disney ever had a, like, ever able to talk to Scar, Scar would say, I'm very proud that my son ended up being the king of the Pride. So basically, Scar's wish did come true. He did end up the king of the Pride because in the future, he married Kiana, and those two ended up being queen, alongside Mufa, alongside with Simba and Nala. Anyway, what I think about Bestie, Banga, Foley, and Ono. I think they're very interesting characters. Bongo reminds me a lot of myself when I was that age. Always pranking, always being the one that's being a little bratty. But always trying to do my best. And Foley. She's really good. I mean, she's really the fastest member of the Pride Lands, and I really like her. And he kind of like, I don't know, maybe like Sackbird's name Zazu. Oh yeah, Zazu. But with a bit more strapping sense in his brain. And Bestie. Oh my god, what a cute hippo he is. And he's the muscle, man, the muscle. That's what I think about the episode. But the best thing about it was, well, the art. The background scenes looked exactly like the same designs from the movie, but a little bit more color and a little more compassion into it. And the way we set the lava colors and the part of the song, the music was like pure poetry. It scared me, yet thrilled me. So, like I said before, same thing for the art and background. Two big roses. And that's of 4 big red roses. Because, well, if you can count the 2 roses for the characters and the background and for the music, same. 6 roses. I give this a total of 6 roses. 6. Sorry, my fingers are weird. 6 roses. And that's all I have to say from Raven and me. So, adios, amigos!